Hi guys, and welcome back to Thrasher's Ghetto Fab, and we're going to work on something new today. I got distracted from my 32. Been working on it for about 3 years and needed a little change of pace, I believe. I'm still working on it, bouncing back and forth between my new project and that one. But like this summer, if you watched any of my other video, it was 75 GT250 Suzuki. Made a little cafe out of it, got it running, had a ton of fun with this thing, and kind of got in the old 70s two-strokes Japanese bikes. So just let me show you what new project is here. So what we got here, like I said, got a simple mock-up going here. This is a Suzuki T500 Titan motor. Found this on eBay. Cost was right, and had a way to get it here. It was in Appleton, Wisconsin, at a recycler out there. My buddy lives there. I moved there from Cleveland, and he brought it back here for me. So big shout out. Thanks, Elvis, for getting that back here for me, saving about $200 on shipping. So that's the motor. Original plan was to put this in the 250 Hustler that I have. And first thing I saw, we were actually here kind of measuring some stuff. The bottom end, it looks almost identical. And so I was like, well, I'll just swap it in and make, do it, 500 swap 250, be a really cool setup. And I wouldn't really have to change much. I can leave it all pretty much the way Suzuki left it. Well, the issue was these pipes are way wider. Okay, so you can see, so on the 500, they come out on the outside of the down tubes. On the 250, they come out on the inside of the down tubes. So I scrapped that plan, don't want to mess with that bike. It is, it's kind of a survivor, been in my family since it's brand new, and I just wanted to keep it like it was. So that's set up, I'm gonna just ride it like it is, and end up getting a whole new project here. So what you see here now is the 500 motor, and this is another 250 frame. This is a 74 250 frame. Found this on Marketplace, actually like 15 miles from my house, titled the whole deal. So I did all this off of camera, guys. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna explain the build here, kind of introduce it, and then I'm going to, I got some still frames at the end here. I'm gonna show you those and explain to you kind of what I did so far. So the first thing was to get this mounted in the frame. The back mount actually lines up here. Started there, and the second mount down here does not line up. It is just a little bit off, maybe 1/4 inch or so, 1/2 inch. I had to move that forward. So got that mounted where it needed to be, and we went ahead and cut these down tubes, heated them, pulled them in, and cut and, heated and bent some 1-inch OD tube here to create this new angle. And that got me where I needed to be. You can see I kind of everything welded up, re-welded everything. So that is the motor mounted. And I did want to go with more of a retro, or excuse me, like a kind of a retro cafe street racer type vibe. So I did go with a modern front on this one. It is getting spoke wheels though. I do want, 70s look, but maybe a little bit more modern performance. Motor is going to stay stock. It is going to get, going to do some kind of expansion chambers, give it a little bit more kick, but I think it's about 45 horses what Suzuki rated it at. So should be a little bit better than my 250 to ride around. Give me a little bit more ass to, just, get moving in traffic and stuff like that. If I do want to take it on the freeway. So, moving with that modern deal, I did go with the, this is a 98 ZX7 front end. I got this on eBay. I've done this, similar swap like this before. Put a GSXR front end on a 79 GS750. So kind of just follow that same pattern, and I'll throw these pictures up to show you how I did this. These bearing cups that hold the races, I made these from a 2-inch stainless steel coupling. I work in plumbing supply, so I got one of those from work and cut that down to fit the races. Again, doing this real ghetto fab style. I mean, this was all on my bench. There's no lathe involved, and it worked out pretty well. Made that fit the races, and then everything got welded to the table, including the front end down here. It was attached to the table also, and kept everything straight and true. Cut off the old bearing cups and welded on the new ones. So again, GX7 front end is mounted. That was another eBay buy, and I think it will give it a cool retro vibe look. The tank is actually off a GT550 or 380, which is a triple. I really like wasn't gonna go the standard 250 tank, and it was a little smaller. It's just a a little cooler shape to it, a little beefier, a little wider, and I also really love this raised section here. So I went with that tank, 500 oil tank so far. I really like that. These are cool. They're metal. They're plastic on the 250. Thought that was kind of a cool thing. Right now, I'm gonna do dual shocks. I want to keep the dual shocks for that 70s kind of retro vibe. Don't want to do the mono shock, or and I definitely don't. Definitely want to do spoke wheels. So that's the plan for that. And then lastly, is the tail here is off a 77 to 79, I believe, GS 750. I've had laying on my part stash forever, and I think it kind of gives it a real kind of a factory feel. I think it's going to work perfect. Going to do a solo seat here with this real kind of short bobtail. So the exhaust is going to be another cool thing I'm going to do with the expansion chambers. I got some ideas for that. Try to do something different and cool. All right, guys, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna throw up some stills and try to explain those, a little voiceover, what I did so far, and then we'll wrap this up, and we'll get this build going on the Ghetto Fab channel. The first thing here, guys, is I went ahead and weld the chassis right to the table here upside down. This does need to come off because I need my bench to work on other stuff. So I wanted to get it mounted up there. It's a temporary thing. So here it is, tacked on, and cut the one down tube, heat that and bend that in, make a new tube at the bottom there just by heating and bending 1-inch OD tubing. Here it is with the other side cut, and doing my best to match those up. Here's a shot of the frame on the floor, and it's pretty close, not perfect. And a couple shots with the exhaust mocked up, and everything clears. Works out pretty well. So here's those bearing race retainers that I made. Like I said, these are a 2-inch stainless steel welded coupling, and cut them down, grinder, just made them fit nice and tight around the race there, welded them up and got them pretty close. Like I said, they're not perfect, but I did, get them straight on the bike. Here is the bike again, tacked to the table temporarily. I did make the front end removable so I could get it on and off to get everything squared up. Cut the bearing cups off. Here's the new ones I welded on. Started finish welding them there. Took it off, flipped it over, and did some finish welding. All right, guys. Well, it's going to wrap up this introduction for my new project, a '74 Suzuki T500 Titan. And so, thanks for watching Ghetto Fab, and we'll see you next time.